If some of you are not understanding, chances are you're pretty new to the channel. If you follow the most current videos that I've uploaded, the most current series, you're going to come across this information continually explained. And to help you yourself, you should research what Kundalini is, or the rising Kundalini serpent. And then you will further understand what the scripture here in Isaiah as it pertains to this rising, piercing, crooked serpent. So just as we see this serpent as it's coiled around this luminous rod, the very same depiction where this God is supposed to rule with a rod of iron. Well, that's not Jesus Christ. That's their version of Jesus Christ. But Jesus doesn't rule with a rod of iron. He gives free will. Okay? He doesn't have an ironclad law that he's going to enforce by pain of death. Okay? What he says is, I've given you free will to choose. You will live within the repercussions of your own choices. And some people further define that as karma, which perfectly fits the understanding of this free will that we've been given by God. So God says you're going to immediately begin to feel the effects of your choice, which is sin. And sin is just simply a choice that's made wrong, that goes against the very true and natural universal orders. Not the orders of this world, but the universal order of the universe, which is brotherhood and love. So once you begin to choose opposite of these directions, which were the two great commandments that Jesus Christ himself quoted, that you only need to have mighty love for the Father and love for your neighbor as yourself. In other words, treat others as you yourself want to be treated. If you go outside of that line, well, you're automatically in sin. And you're beginning to follow the anger, wrath, and vengeance, jealousy doctrines of this angry, wrathful God, Yahweh, who is both supposedly good, but at the very same time, so wickedly and brutally evil. So there's a lot of stuff that you have to review and understand to get what I'm talking about. So as you can see, we have the path of the crooked serpent that Isaiah is talking about here. It is the very same spiraling symbolism that the horn of the unicorn carries. So these two symbols are one and the same. It is really conveying this illumination. The illumination that we can easily see that this tribe of Ephraim, now remember, it's an ideological tribe. This English Egyptian Freemasonry, these mystery schools, are joined by a multitude of nations, just like it's declared in Genesis chapter 48 by Jacob, that Ephraim shall become a multitude of nations that are all ideologically binded together as one mind to bring about the Shiloh. Very interesting. So here we see this Shiloh, the Antichrist, the serpent, the cockatrice, Leviathan, the rising Kundalini serpent, the great dragon. And what has he got on his head? Lo and behold, a singular horn, the unicorn. What is it doing? Look at the very top of the horn. What is it doing? It's piercing what? It's piercing the egg. Is it piercing the womb? Well, it surely is. It surely is piercing the womb. Exactly right. If this is the womb coming over top of this phallus, which is the rising caduceus, of course, what you see is the phallus here in Baphomet, which is this knowledge, this wicked knowledge rising from the earth, uniting with this heavenly supposed knowledge, bringing about, which is the very knowledge itself, which gives mankind the ability to bring about these fallen ones into this realm. If you can just understand all that. If you can get past all the tradition and just see the very simple truth. Now, the next thing that we got to do is show you a witch's hat right here on this dinar. What does that hat look like he's wearing? Once again, there is our complete fractal truth. There is our pointy little wizard witch's cap. And it also looks conveniently like a beehive. I'll be back.